Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sherry and I wanted to share what I got for Christmas. I got a Gummiapan advent calendar die set for 8 days, and it come from Sweden. It did arrive after Christmas, so I didn't get to play with it fully, but I wanted to show you the pieces and the days. They were wrapped in plastic, but I put mine in the storage case already for that I can get a hold of it easier. So I got this off of Amazon and I labeled it, and I bought magnet sheets and stuck them on 8.5 by 11 sheets. This was my free gift for live stream that they mailed to me with Leonard, and then there was a stamp which I kept in there, so I want to keep it there so I remember. I got this one in March of 2024, and instead of keeping them, I'm just going to keep it on a sheet. I watched Christine Stokes, and she showed how she keeps them, and I thought this is easier for me, and then I can close it and I can pull it because these are all tiny pieces. And it made 2 sheets of dies that came, and what I did was I cut the back off to label that these were from the advent calendar that I know what it belongs to. So what I'm going to show you is I wrote on a tablet so I could remember, hopefully remember what was what. Okay, so the first day that came, this was the last day. I didn't put them, I don't think I put them on this sheet the way they were originally coming. So the first day was the snowman, and he had a hat and a little thing of holly. As you can see, they're really tiny, but they do make really cute cards. So I made a 3.5 by a little bit under 3, and anybody that watches Seinfeld knows about George's dad that has Festivus, and this is what I created with this card. They're real easy and easy to snip apart the pieces and that. So it's showing that you can use it for different sizes on your cards. And I just want to give you a general idea of what this is. About 1.5 inches by almost 2 inches wide, but I ended up snipping the arms and rearranging them the way I wanted it. The hat came with a slit that you could slide it down over also, and then the holly berries. I thought that was really cute that they have the way they have their dies engineered. I kept watching Christine Stokes and Deb Hamlet, I think it is, or Hela. Please don't get upset with me, Deb, for messing your name up. It's just that I can't remember right offhand. But anyways, they work with Gummiapan, and I think that they got me, that I got addicted to these. So then the second day was this tree circle with the little birdhouse, and I thought this was really adorable also. So this came to be about 2.5 inches, and it's so basically I made a bookmark, and I can show you this. Cut this out like this, and it gave enough of a margin, and I just used watercolor pencils, a little bit of water on paper, and I didn't put the birdhouse on because I wanted Leonard to be on there with the book. This is Diamond Press, but the numbers came with the other. Well, we'll go from there. So I just wanted to show you how it cuts it out. Only cuts out the parts, but keeps it attached, that you can use it for as a background. And I thought that was really cute too. The pieces are really tiny. Like the birdhouse is really tiny. That is, oh, about 5/8 of an inch by maybe 3/8. But I like working with small pieces, so that's working good for me. The next was the puzzle pieces. And I didn't do nothing with this one yet, but they do match. I did see some other people use them, and they do, like, you can match them up. So you could cut strips of them, put it together, and then stamp on it and go that way. And this runs about 5 inches, and it is about 5/8 of an inch with the puzzle pieces, depending, like this one I counted because this one's sticking out both ways. But that is really a cute, they, like I said, it's connected just at wee little spots. It's easy to snip and rearrange them. Then on day 4, they had a little deer, and these were his 2 arms. And I thought he was really adorable. He measures about 1 3/4 inches. And he's about 1 5/8 inches. And you can rearrange his arms the way you want them. And I made a card with the deer. A birthday card. And let me grab this out. I can't get the card out of the case. And that's what the deer looks like. And I had it sitting on the chair, which the chair came later on. I'm trying to figure out when that chair came. The chair wasn't until a while later. Day 23, the chair was. So that was the chair. So day 23 for that. The cake was with the octopus. That was later on also. So that's what I got from that. And then you got this mixed media notebook page. I didn't use this yet. I've seen it used different ways. I'm not sure. I never did a mixed media die before, so this will be a new thing. I didn't get to use this, but I'm going to try it. So this runs about 2 3/8 by about 2.5 maybe by this point up. And then it embevels it, that it probably cut completely through, just so it has a design that if you want to set alphabets or something on there. But I thought that was really cute too. I've seen a lot of cute things done with that. Day 6 was called pudding. We don't in the United States do pudding. That's the icing. The way it sounds, the pudding is sort of like our fruit cake. I don't like fruit cake, so I'm not sure. I never had pudding before on the holiday. And I thought these were little trees, but they're branches that came with it. And I use them as little trees. They are about 1 inch. Yep, they're about 1 inch. The pudding is 5/8 by 1 inch. The plate that you put the pudding on is 1 inch by 3/8. So it gives a nice size. The thing that's cool about this, I used this plate and you could put the cake on it. So you don't have to use it only for what it was that day. You can use it for different things. This you could use as a ice cream top too. Like I said, these could be used as little trees, you know, in a forest with the snowman later on. So you can get a lot of use out of these. But I was trying to keep them by the days that I knew which was what. So day 7 came with a cute little angel. I didn't get to use her neither. And but I seen that she is a lot of detail. She is about 1 5/8 inches, and then the widest point is 1 3/8 inches. So everything is tiny but workable. But if you don't like working with little dies and coloring and that, then this wouldn't be for you. But for me, I like to be creative and do things out of the normal. And I like mixing my dies and that and create different cards. The next came was the post office box. And this is with these 2 little letters. And the post office box is about a little over 1.5 inches by almost 2 inches. And this is a United States post office box. Because I guess England and the rest of them don't have a box like this. And ours are blue. So I'm not sure what the other countries. I'd have to Google it to find out what they are. But I thought this was cute with the little letters. This might be good for Valentine's. And you, like I said, you can snip these out and layer them to make them more 3-dimensional. And Christina and Deb do awesome jobs with these. I keep talking about them because this is where I've seen how they use these dies, and that's where I learned to start looking at them. And that's why I was so glad Jeff had purchased this for me for Christmas. The next was this. It's an embossing, and it's a stamp, postage stamp, like when it's going through the mail. It says Happy Mail when you flip it around. And I've seen this used different ways too. The thing is, I would probably to use this so it wouldn't cut, because I did try cutting it, and I think I used it through my marquise, and it kind of pushed too hard and cut completely through. So I think I'd have to use it on my spellbinder and put it like an embossing part of it instead of cutting it, because my marquise must have more pressure than the spellbinder. And you can adjust the plates better too, I think, on that. So that was day 9. Day 10 was this signpost, and this I thought was really nice because it has enough that you can write on each of these. And this measures 3 3¼ and the longest is about 1 3/8 inches. So that would be great too for doing your layouts, which I was excited about that because I've been looking for a post with signs, and I probably cut this out several times, and maybe I would even add a couple more. Like I've been up in Maine, and they have how many miles to so-and-so places, and I just keep adding, maybe down further, a bunch of them to do on a scrapbook or something, because I thought that was different, very different. Then on day 11, they had a deer with a gnome. Oops, I gotta bring this back over. So this was the gnome body, and the gnome is about 1 inch and 1/8, and about 1 3/8 inches, and it had its hat, and that's 1 3/8 inches. Oops. By 1 inch. You have a little heart that pops out, the beard, and then it has nose, tiny little nose, and a hand, and then the deer, which I could have swore that I'm gonna put this down. The deer kind of reminded me. I don't want to lose my pieces. That's why I'm keeping it on one magnet sheet. The deer kind of reminded me of a goat or a cow, because I was thinking I could use this for a goat or a cow. It's just the way he looks. So he's about 2 1/8 long, and about 1.5 inches, and he has little antlers, and they're cute. And I thought that antlers could be used for snowman arms, 2 short ones holding something. See how your mind starts running? And then nobody really knew what this was, but here it is, straw that goes with it. There were a lot of pieces in this day with the deer, day 11, because they were in a little baggie. And you probably could make a little mustache above his beard with the gnome, because I started thinking that would look cute. That's a little less than 1 inch. Or you could make a broom out of it by using the sign as the part of the broom, and just cut it and snip it and tie a little string around, or leave it all the way, because I started thinking about that too. See, your mind, or these, they're just so much that comes to your mind when you're playing with these. Then day 12 came these leaves and this garland. The garland was of mushrooms, and it looked like ginkgo leaves and little acorns, and it was just a variety of, these are 2 tie ends, and then these, the leaves, they have more detail on them also. So together, this runs, probably if you stretch this out after it's done curving, you get 4 inches out of it. And it's about 1/2 inch in depth. But once you paint these, or I use watercolors, you cut this out in watercolor paper and use it. I did see Christina, she did a circle with them. Like, she glued it and just cut out a circle and went around it, and that was really cool too. The leaves are 1.5 inches by 1 inch, so they're nice sizes. I'd probably make it a little caterpillar and have them crawling on leaves too, for something different. These are just ideas I'm throwing out. Then on day 13, there was this basket, and this is about 1.5 inches by 1/2 inch, and it came with a stack of leaves, and the widest point is about 1.5 inches by 1.1 1/8 inch, and you can lay them, that the leaves are in there. And then it came with these little, like, it doesn't cut through, but the leaves will cut through, that you can put them back in like they're flying through the air. And that runs about 1.3/8 inches, because they were all different leaves. That one's an inch, under an inch. And this one is running about an inch. So you could have it running, I thought I had 3, or was there 2? Okay, let me, here. Okay, it must have been two leaves fluttering. With a bunch of leaves that way. I thought there was 3 though. Okay, maybe I dropped one. I did drop one. I thought there were 3. There we go. And that would be cute for the fall. The basket you don't have to use as neither. But I mean, for the leaves, you could use that for something else also. Then there was 2 branches that look like, kind of reminded me when I looked at the branches, like dogwood or cherry blossoms. I mean, and actually you could use it as a tree. This is about 2.5 inches. And at the widest is about 1/2 inch. This one might be a little bit longer, 3 inches. And the widest is an inch. But you could use these like hanging into the card or like a little tree. There's a lot of uses for this one also. Okay. Then on day 15, this was a yin yang, and this was measuring about 1.25 inches diameter, and it came with these water lilies, 3 of them. So this was 1.25 inches by 2 1/8, and they were, I saw that Deb and Christine layered their water lilies. They just cut them out in sections. That's 2 inches. This one isn't as fat. This is only a little under 1 inch, and then this was the smallest one, which would be about 3/4 inch. And I've seen them do different things with this. Also, the water lilies, I have another set from Tonic Studio that has water lilies. I have the lily pads, so I can mix my lily pads with this set, which I really am kind of excited about it, that I can mix them, because I think it's the perfect size for it. Then on day 16, it came with this cargo bike, and this was on top that you could do as a stand with the wheel to put in here, and the wheel can go up here. So the cargo bike itself was 3 5/8 by 1.25 inches. And then this was the one that, this is 2 inches by 1 5/8 inches that I made a table for that one birthday card. And that was that I made the table from, to give you an idea that you can. And I just cut it another one to make it look that the table's not hanging in the air. And the wheels are about 1 inch circle. So I didn't get to use the bicycle yet, but I did get to use the topper of the canopy. I thought that was really cute too. Then on day 17, they had a little carousel with Bunny. And let me measure the carousel first. That was 1.25 inches by 2.25 inches. The bunny is really tiny. The bunny is about 5/8 by almost a half. And it came with 3 sets of tickets, which they have a lot of detail to. 1 1/8 by 1/2 inch. And they seem to be all the same sizes. It's just that they're different cut out. And that was day 17. And I also have from Tonic a Ferris wheel. And I do have other tickets that go with that, but that would go with this set. And I could do something with that too. I think I only used a couple pieces out of that already that I made Ferris wheel. And I thought that was really cute. And on day 18th was this bubble set. This is the wand. This was 1.5 inches. Whoops. And this was what the bubbles were in. This is 1 3/8 inches. It came with this it's like you just lay it and it will pop in like more little tiny bubbles that measures about a little over 3/4 inch by 1 inch and almost 1.5 inches. But you can place that as more for an embossing effect of it. And it came with 3 little tiny bubbles, which are 3/8 inch. This one's a good 1/4, and this one probably is 1/8 inch. That's why I'm keeping them on here together, so I know where they are. Then came the cog wheels, which they were these 4 that I made with my dad's card. And it's 1 inch. This is 5/8, same. And this one probably is a little under. And as you can see, it had a lot of detail on the cog part of it. So I ended up, these 4 were the different one, and I cut one of the same. But the pieces are easy to come out. Also, really easy to come out of the cardstock. And I used black on that. That was really cute. Then on day 20, they had a ice cream cone with ice cream, strawberry, and a piece of cake. Or maybe one of them wafers, so that like ice cream cone comes in. And this is 1 1/16 inch by 3/4. The cone, the ice cream is about 1 inch and almost like over 3/4 inch, maybe 7/8. The strawberry is 1/4 by 5/8. This one's 5/8, a little bit longer by half. And I could use this for like whipped cream also. This could be a coffee cup. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could do with this besides having it as an ice cream cone. But I thought it was really cute for something different. I like everything. I should say, I think it's all cute, all the pieces. Gummiapan did a fantastic job. I think I like this year the best of all the years that I saw. I was so glad I was able to get this. The next was day 21. They did baby shoes and a baby toy. It's a little deer. And he is almost 3/4. And he could be 3/4, yeah, wide. And the shoes have a left and a right. And that is 1.25 inches by maybe 7/8. They're about the same. Them are cute. And I do have a baby thing from Diamond Press that I could mix and match with this too. Day 22 was a table and a lamp. The table and lamp. I kept it with my chair. So this was the lamp, and the lamp is 2 3/4, and it is about 7/8 wide. And then it came with this cute little table, I would say. That's 1 inch by 1 inch and almost 1/4. And it has like a drawer, so you can make it look like it's being pulled out and do some cute stuff. It really matches the chair, as you can see. And I thought that was different. That's why I kept this together, because I was like, oh yeah, this goes together. Then came the border flowers, and I cut them out on that birthday card. And that was 6 inches by 1.25 inches. And it had a lot of detail on it. Did they put the card back? That's what I cut out on the bottom here. And these popped out, but I wanted, and the leaves popped a little bit too. But since I cut it out looking like carpet on the card, I didn't want to pop them up because I wanted to add bling onto it. And that went across the card. So it adds a lot of detail too for it. Okay. The next was the bunny and the arm. This was cute. It had one bunny and one arm. I seen Deb turned hers into a squirrel, and I thought that was cute. This is 2 3/4 by, I don't even know where we can, I guess we should measure down here. 5/8 of an inch, and then the arm. So you can make 2 arms, and that is about 5/8 with 1/8 of an inch. And like I said, she just chopped on the ears a little bit, and then she had a leaf that looked like a bushy squirrel tail, and it did look like a squirrel. It was very cute. But I seen the bunny. Christine used hers as L's and put hello with her bunny, and which was very adorable too. On day 26 was the flower and the stem. This one here. And it looked like it was a daisy. I mean, you can rearrange this any way you want. This is 1 1.25 inches by almost 1 inch. The stem is 2 1/8. And I would say This is 1 inch wide from this point to that point. And you could do a lot with this one too. You can make a big bouquet, or you can layer these. It would make really cute too. I would probably layer this. I didn't get to play with this one yet neither. Like I said, I got this after Christmas, and there's so much to play, a lot to do. Love it though, really, really love it. Then on day 27 came this hook, and this is 1 1/4 inch by 3/8, and it came with this coffee pot kettle, which is 5/8, and probably 5/8. And then the frying pan was 1 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch, and the pot holders were 5/8 by 3/8. And I'll show you what I did with them. I just didn't use the kettle. I only used the... So this was the pot holder and then the holder to it. I thought that was really cute too. It's so nice how all the pieces come together, and that you can continue making with not only Christmas theme, but you can just keep going. Okay, so now I did not write down. I think this was day 28, the fireplace with the logs, which I thought were sticky buns. But after someone pointed out it was logs, I still came with it as sticky buns. But I thought they came out pretty good as little sticky buns. But there's this old stove. My Mammy used to have an old stove like this in her kitchen, and I remember hers was closed though. But I remember her putting stuff on there that we could bake inside of it and everything. And this is what really it was cute. It was really, really cute. I can't remember if hers was green or if it was black though, because I remember they came in two different colors. But I made mine like gray black in a way, and the pipe ran up, and then there was a pan that went on the ceiling too. I remember that. And they were decorative pans that they had to cover the holes to go up to the ceiling in that old house. But yeah, this brought back a lot of memories when I saw this, and I loved it. And I was so excited to have it, because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, yes, I do remember this. But that's where I came up with the whole scenery on this card. Then on day 29, I'm thinking it was, I didn't write it down, but I'm thinking it was this porthole with the numbers. Oh, I never measured the stove. Sorry. Because the stove was a big piece. That was 4 3/8 by 1 5/8. And then the little log piece, I cut mine apart. But them were 5/8. I think they're 3/4 almost. Yeah. And then by 1/4. Like I said, everything is really amazing with the detail. The porthole is 2.5 circle. And I seen that they cut out the rivets. They look like rivets and everything on the porthole. And then the numbers they have detail on them. Now they're all different sizes, so you're talking about maybe 3/4. No, I mean, not 3/4. I would say maybe 3/8 of an inch. I did use them on the here for number 11, so you can see. And then I just wrote that 11th. So yeah, they're a nice size to go with your sentiment. And then on the 30th was the octopus and the cake. And the octopus was 2 inches, and at the widest point, 1 3/4 inches. The cake is 5/8 by 3/4, and that's what I used on this card, which I cut 4 octopuses, and I began layering up the octopus. I did the back layer, all of it, and then I started snipping. I snipped off this and this, and then I added on just this curly one. So I got 4 layers that it built it up on my card. And same way with my cake. I think I built it up more on the bottom and layered this backwards. I never did read it. It says, wishing you an incredible birthday. And I used the bubbles from the bubble thing. And this was from Tonics. They had a message in a bottle. And I took the bottle and cut it out and made it glassy looking and wrote this on with the little crab adding to and the starfish. So see, all the pieces just come together perfectly because I love the little pieces. But it was perfect size. And I was thinking some cute stuff for this for Valentine's Day. The octopus. And I might do a card later on with that too. Then on day 31 was this plate piece with these numbers. Now this stumped me, this one did, but then I gave books away, blind books, and I thought this was cute. So this is from Diamond Press. It was a stamp. It says, hope it's one for the books. And then I used Leonard, and this was from Diamond Press, and these were the numbers that came from here. And like I said, it made a nice piece, and I used my pencil watercolors and colored the branches on the other one. And see how you can just mix everything and make it look so pretty. And this measures 5.5 by 2.5, and then the numbers, the whole width is like 2 1/4 by 1 3/8, and it just is a nice piece for journaling. And the numbers really, I thought the numbers were cute. They're fine and detailed. I did lose my 8 when I cut it out. I looked all over for it, could not find my 8. And then my 3 and my 7, I tried to make it look like a little heart down here. But there's like numbers embedded in this piece too. So there's a 4, 1 and 2, 7 and 5, 2 and 8. And I thought that's really cute for even a birthday. But I like to do the cutout of the tree and the book just to make it a fancier bookmark. But there you go. And like I said, I was very pleased with Gummiapan's Christmas Advent Calendar. And it actually, I bought the magnet sheets and attached them on the back of a cardstock so I'd have it. I seen Christine had hers like this, and I thought this was a great idea. because I didn't want to keep little folders. I wanted to keep it in one pile. I'm just going to keep all my gummy pie in this plastic container, and marked it's Gummiapan, and it will have on my magnet sheets. You know, this will let me know. I did see that they are doing an Easter one for 8 days. And of course, I am definitely going to put an order in for that one, because I am very super excited, because I like working with detailed dies. I like to be creative with my mind, thinking outside the box. And the little pieces do make me happy. And I do want to keep these, because I think Leonard, he looks so cute on each day for then when he came in. I'm hoping that they would do this for the Easter one also, because it just is so adorable. And I want to thank Gummiapan again for this, when I did this on the live stream, because this made me very happy. And I do think he is so sweet. And I do love Gummiapan's dies. And I want to thank Jeff also for getting this for me as a Christmas present, because he does know I love playing in my craft room, doing cards and paper projects. It makes my day after work, puts me in a good zone for my life, and makes me a happy place. But I want to thank everybody for looking at my video, watching it, and seeing what Gummiapan is. I've learned that this was a new company to me in the United States, and it does take a while for them to get shipped over here to the States from Sweden, but it is definitely worth it if you like more detail and more putting your mind to work, put it that way, and creativity. Thank you, and I wish everybody a happy new year, and liking and subscribing. I am still working on getting my 2,000 subscribers. I want to give away. I'm still building up more little things to put in my package to give away once I hit that 2,000 subscriber. And I really appreciate the likes. It helps me greatly. And like I can say, it doesn't cost you anything just to hit like and subscribe. You all have a wonderful day. And like I said again, Happy New Year. Thank you. Bye-bye.